Welcome to the Miss Rowe classroom. Today we'll discuss Liam O'Flaherty's His First Flight from chapter 2 Stories About Flying. Please subscribe if you find this video helpful. Your support motivates us to create quality content. Sharing our explanations helps us reach a larger audience. Now let's continue with the explanation. His First Flight by Liam O'Flaherty is about a young seagull afraid to fly. His siblings have already learned, but he hesitates, fearing he will fall. His parents scold and ignore him, leaving him hungry. His mother tempts him with food, but he falls off the ledge as he reaches for it. Terrified at first, he soon realizes his wings can support him. Gaining confidence, he starts flying joyfully. He joins his family and even lands on the sea. The story teaches courage, overcoming fear, and self-belief, showing that taking the first step leads to success. The story His First Flight can be interpreted figuratively as an allegory of personal growth, self-confidence, and overcoming fear. An allegory is a literary device in which a story or poem has a hidden meaning. Through symbolism, an allegory often conveys a moral, political, philosophical, or spiritual message. As the explanation progresses, we'll go through the figurative meaning part by part. The story is about a young seagull afraid to take his first flight. His parents and siblings have already mastered flying, but he lacks confidence. The story highlights themes of fear, courage, and self-reliance. The young seagull stands on a narrow ledge, watching his family fly. He tries to take a step forward but is overwhelmed by fear. The vast sea below intimidates him, making him doubt his flying ability. His siblings, having smaller wings, successfully take flight. His parents scold and threaten him, warning him that he will starve if he doesn't fly. The young seagull represents any individual facing a new challenge in life. His hesitation symbolizes the fear of stepping out of one's comfort zone. Like the vast sea beneath him, the unknown often seems terrifying, making people doubt their abilities. The young seagull has been left alone on the ledge for 24 hours. His family ignores him and continues with their daily activities. He watches them teach his siblings to skim the waves and catch fish. His older brother successfully catches a herring, making this young seagull even more desperate. The heat of the sun and his hunger intensify, making him restless. His mother uses food to lure him into action. She stands on a nearby rock, tearing at a piece of fish while he watches. Unable to resist, he cries out for food, but she only taunts him. Finally, she flies towards him with a piece of fish, but stops just short. Overcome by hunger, he lunges forward to grab the food and falls off the ledge. The seagull's parents and siblings symbolize mentors, teachers, or society that push individuals to grow. Their encouragement, scolding, and neglect reflect that sometimes people must be left alone to realize their potential. The mother's trick with the fish represents how guidance often comes indirectly, forcing individuals to act independently. The seagull does not fly until it's driven by hunger. It highlights a universal truth. People often don't act until circumstances compel them. Challenges and difficulties can push individuals towards self-discovery and transformation. At first, he is terrified, feeling like falling into an abyss. However, his wings spread naturally and he feels the wind lift him. Slowly, he realizes he is not falling but flying. Excitement replaces fear and he begins flapping his wings with confidence. His family cheers him on as he starts soaring, diving, and gliding joyfully. The moment the seagull dives for the fish and accidentally takes flight symbolizes the importance of taking risks. Like in life, success often comes only when we let go of our fears and take the first step. The initial feeling of falling reflects how people initially doubt themselves but gain confidence with experience. He flies over the vast green sea, feeling a new sense of freedom. His family lands on the water and calls him to join them. He panics as he tries to land when his feet sink into the water. He struggles but soon realizes that he is floating and not drowning. His family praises him and rewards him with pieces of fish, marking his success. Once the seagull starts flying, he feels exhilarated and forgets his past fear. It represents how we feel empowered and unstoppable once we conquer our fears. His family celebrating his success shows that others recognize and appreciate personal victories. The vast green sea symbolizes life itself, filled with endless possibilities. The seagull's initial fear of sinking, but later realizing he can float, suggests that life's challenges are not as dangerous as they seem. Once we leap, we learn to navigate life just like the seagull learns to soar and float. The young seagull overcomes his fear through necessity and instinct. His first flight symbolizes the importance of courage, self-belief, and taking risks. The story conveys a universal message. We often fear challenges but discover our true potential once we take the first step. Now let's shift to the themes present in the story. First, courage and overcoming fear. The young seagull is afraid to fly but overcomes his fear when necessity pushes him. The story teaches that courage comes from action, not just thinking about it. Second, independence and growth. The seagull must learn to survive on its own. His family guides him but does not help him directly, showing that true growth comes from personal effort. Third, the power of first steps. His first flight symbolizes any new challenge in life. Once he leaps, he discovers his hidden strength. The story highlights self-confidence, risk-taking, and personal development. An important question from the story is success always guaranteed? Success is never guaranteed, but trying is essential. Fear and hesitation can hold us back, like the young seagull in his first flight. However, if we never take the first step, we miss the chance to grow and discover our potential. Even if failure is possible, every attempt teaches us something valuable. The seagull only realized he could fly after he leaped. Similarly, in life, we learn and improve through experience. Trying, despite the risk of failure, builds confidence and resilience, and often leads to success. Effort matters more than certainty. To summarize the explanation, the story teaches that fear is an illusion that holds us back. True growth happens when we push past our fears and take risks. Like the young seagull, every person must eventually take their own first flight, starting a new job, learning a new skill, or facing any personal challenge. We have concluded explaining the story His First Flight by Liam O'Flaherty. Please visit our website misroclassroom.com for summaries, literary devices, character sketches, themes, vocabulary, and notable expressions. You may also find important passages, questions, and answers for Class 10 English chapters, poems, and extract-based questions. Stay tuned. We'll discuss Black Aeroplane by Frederick Forsyth in the next session. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe, like, ask questions, and share the video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Bye-bye.